Hey guys, my name is Lily and welcome back to my channel. Here on this channel I am a Libra, so we kind of do things all beauty related, crystal talk, makeup talk, etc. Now, a week ago I started makeup school, not cosmetology, just makeup. So I'm not doing hair right now, I'm not doing nails, but I am doing makeup. I live in Texas, and so there's not a lot of options as far as schools that you can go to that will teach just makeup. So I'm going somewhere that's about 45 minutes away from me. Most people do have to drive quite a bit to get there. The location's not very good, but it is called Tint School of Makeup and Cosmetology, I believe. At their other location, they do offer nails. At my location, they just offer makeup and hair. My schedule is Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 3, and then Saturday, 9 to 5. So for your makeup license, you have to complete 720 hours, and then that license is good for anywhere. You can do it, get a job anywhere. You don't need a license in the state of Texas to do makeup, of course, but you will get so much more knowledge, so much more experience, and you'll be just an overall better artist, you know? I held off on this for quite a while because I figured, you know, it's college, it's school that you have to pay for, and it's gonna be ridiculously expensive. And of course, I ended up going through FAFSA and doing stuff like that, but I know that the total tuition is around $13K. And like I said, it is 720 hours, so you do complete it in about 6 months, so it's really not that bad. It is expensive for what it is, you know, you're paying like, what, $2,000 a month basically just to learn how to do makeup, but it is what it is. I have time to pay that off. I got FAFSA, I got student loans, so really all I'm paying out of pocket is $50 a month, and that's just for my $300 like down payment, I guess you could say. This is my notebook that I've been using for school. For the first hour we have what's called theory, and that's basically going to be going over PowerPoints, learning about different things. We first started with bacteriology, you know, how to be clean, sanitary, how to set up your station, how to make sure that the client feels comfortable, especially during COVID, you know, and these are things that I just never thought about before, you know. I'm always like, okay, I know how to do makeup on myself, like, I'm good, I'm a makeup artist, come book me, like, I'll do your makeup. And then I realized that I actually don't know anything about doing makeup on other people when it comes to being sanitary, when it comes to matching undertones, when it comes to matching skin tones. There's so much that I've already thought about in this last week, only because it's been brought up to me, that I would have never thought about until I was faced with that challenge. And I'm so glad that I was able to put myself somewhere where I could be educated and know about these things before someone comes to me wanting to get their makeup done, and I'm like, let me think about that for just 1 minute. Like I said, day one, we did do bacteriology. I know you can't really see this, but this is my notebook. I just have some notes about viruses, bacteria, how you kill them, etc., etc. And then we did move on to color theory, so learning about complementary colors, how to color correct, how to find tone. We learned about different types of foundation, the different consistencies, the different coverages, and then we went on to talk about highlight and contour, you know, how to have the right tone, the right space, the right blend, the right amount, you know. So it's quite a bit. We've gone over obviously just skin base foundation, setting up, preparing for the rest of the look, but honestly, base is a good majority. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that when I do my makeup, I don't really wear foundation. I kind of just slap some concealer on and a little contour and call it a day. But there, you know, it's very particular. They want you to color correct, they want you to use cream, they want you to use powder, they want you to use liquid, they want you to do foundation, match the foundation, match the contour, match the concealer, match the highlight. Everything has to be the right undertone, the right color, otherwise they're gonna look washed out, they're gonna look too dark, too orange, too yellow, too green, too red, whatever it may be. And when that person steps out to go to their event, to go take a picture, you do not want that to be happening. So it kind of forces you to step out of your comfort zone. Since I never really wore foundation or did any of that, it was definitely a new step to think about, okay, I need to color correct this girl, I need to do her foundation, I need to do her cream contour, because like I said, I did such a simple version of this process, but now that I'm doing full glam on others, there's a lot more to it. And I think that's the biggest thing that you learn with makeup school. You know, obviously no one person is alike. Everyone has different face shapes, different undertones, different skin tones. So you are going to have to learn different methodologies on how to make their skin pop. So we've been working on a lot of opposite skin tones in class. So for me, you know, I've had to learn things thus far about like, okay, she looks too gray, too washed out for some darker skin tones. Let me add some yellow, some orange, bring some more light back into the skin. So there's a lot of different techniques that I just never thought about before. And like I said, I'm glad that I have been able to have those things brought to my attention. And it's literally just the end of the first week. Like, we have 5 more months, 6-ish. Well, like, you know. Well, I made another video that talks about everything that comes in my kit. For the most part, I like the stuff in the kit. I don't think that it's all amazingly blendable as far as the shadows go, but you can't really go wrong with the cream. You slap it on there, it's there. Foundations are pretty good coverage, but I can't really complain about what's in the kit. All I know is that when there's specific things that I feel like I want for myself, then I'm gonna put it in there, because I have really sensitive under eyes, I have eczema, I have dry skin, everything. And so even when girls were trying to do my makeup, they were struggling because my eyes were so dry, so wet, and my allergies are just horrible. And so I am bringing some of my own products, my own concealers, so that I know that they work with my skin, and I can tell them, hey, that might not work for me, but this will. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and do my makeup. I'm going to try to do my base in the way that they've taught. So I'm going to do the whole foundation, contour, highlight, everything. I didn't even think, okay, I knew that you could highlight without, like, you know, a highlighter, but my teacher, Miss Nicole, love her, is very particular about, okay, I want to see the darkness here, the light here. You know how you can see the light here right now? I got a shiny forehead. I have lotion on, obviously, but then she wants to see the darkness, the light, the light, the light. You know, it's very, if she can't noticeably tell while it's still being beautifully blended, then it's not good enough. Because otherwise, what's the point? I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows first, which we have not covered yet, so I don't know if there's any special nonsense that I should be doing. So I'm just gonna be doing them how I usually do them, and then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna show you guys how they've taught us to do our base. One thing that my teacher did point out that I would have never really known or cared about was that I'm very heavy-handed, and so I hold my brushes like this a lot because I want to just get in there, get the product, go fast. But she's told me a lot that I need to hold it back here away from the ferrule, I think is what it's called, so that I have a lighter touch and I don't hurt my clients or whatever. The brand that they provided us is a brand called Pigment Cosmetics, so I'm first just going to go in with their clear HD primer. They do have a green one, but since my skin is not very red, I'm not going to go in with that one. And then this shade of foundation is actually like a perfect match to my skin, so instead of mixing it with any other undertones or anything, I'm going to be going just straight in with this. normally I would go straight in with my concealer, but she taught us that we want the face to look like a blank sheet of paper, right? So if I go in with my concealer, it is not going to completely cover that. I do have some discoloration. A lot of other people, I don't have too much, but people will have discoloration around their mouth, around their nose, wherever it may be. And so for that, I want to color correct and then go over with my concealer. Since we're doing makeup on other people, I have used this palette quite a bit, and as you can see, we've scraped out the product. We don't dip directly into it for sanitation reasons, but to cover up the blue-green that's going on under my eyelids, I am going to go in with shade number 5 because it has orange undertones, and when I put the orange on top of the blue, they'll neutralize and then I can conceal. Okay, now that I have that, I am going to go in with my concealer and just cover it up. As you can see, my skin looks a lot more clear, one shade. I do still have a little bit of under eyes, but that's just me. I'm not gonna be able to cover it all up, and I've just accepted that fact. So now that I have this laid, I am ready to go in with contour and highlight. Because I am very fair and I want to contour, I'm gonna be going in with some of this. I think I might start out with a little bit of 4 and 5 and probably mix it with a tiny bit of green because I do have a more olivey skin tone rather than just pink. Okay, this looks a little too green, a little too light, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more orange tone. Okay, obviously I'm a little orange, but do not panic, because we're going to blend and use powder, okay? Bear with me. So I still look a little bit funny, but we're gonna go in with the powder now. I'm just gonna go in with this light shade, go all over, and then I'll go back in with the contour and highlight. that is done, I'm going to go in with my blush. This is the NARS Orgasm X. Today I'm going to try something a little bit different. Andrea_MacB, whatever that says, did this look on Instagram, so I'm going to do something similar. Is cut, I'm just going to go in with the white and outline it, and then a little bit of a pink in the inner corner and just white on the lid. Done, and I'm gonna come back with the lashes. Okay, for lips today, I'm gonna go in with Bohemian by Anastasia. Okay, so this is the final look. You know, we just got a little bit of space junk realness going on, a little bit of a shimmer, you see that? It is not super highlighted and sculpted like my teacher would probably prefer. I did kind of go for a more soft natural because I was struggling a little bit with the orange on my face, but like I said, we were able to fix that with the powder. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to know anything else about what school is like, I will probably make another video. If you have any questions or anything, just leave them down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.